You may have already turned your luck away. You turned on a light, shooed a bug away from the window, or ignored an animal at the gate. And in that moment, without realizing it, you might have shut the door on the biggest turning point of your life. Sounds unlikely? Now imagine this: the energy of luck, money, and spiritual protection quietly knocked on your door in a small, simple form, something often seen as insignificant. And you didn't notice. Or worse, you shoot it away. Yes, there are silent signs, mysterious visitors that appear at very specific moments. And when ignored, they can take away opportunities that never come back. What's most intriguing is that hardly anyone talks about this. Most people are too busy, too rational, too distracted to notice when the universe sends these messengers. And when they finally realize it, it's too late. In this video, you'll discover the 8 most ignored signs that luck, money, and even an invisible inheritance are trying to enter your life, and why so many people unknowingly push these signs away with their own hands. You'll understand why these visitors aren't random and why ignoring them can cost far more than you think. Comment below: "My home is open to the visit of luck." This phrase seals the intention and clears the way for others to awaken as well. They don't arrive by chance. There's a type of sign that doesn't come with sirens, lights, or capital letters. It enters silently, often flying, other times crawling. Sometimes just watching. Most people never notice. Or worse, they notice and reject it. What you're about to understand isn't about superstition. It's about perception. For centuries, in civilizations as different as Japan, Egypt, India, and the Andes, certain animals have been treated not as intruders, but as messengers. Spiritual messengers, bringers of luck, money, answers, and transformation. And here's a detail that almost no one notices. These visitors only appear when something is about to change. The big modern mistake is thinking everything is random, that life is just a meaningless sequence of events. But what if it's not? What if, right now, while you watch this video, there's an energy trying to manifest, just waiting for you to recognize the sign? You'll want to watch until the end for one very simple reason. Maybe one of these signs has already appeared in your life, and you ignored it. And what did that cause? You'll understand. Buddhist monks believe that the presence of certain animals indicates the spiritual field of the home has been cleansed. Shamans from Peruvian tribes say that when nature crosses the physical boundaries of the home, it's because the invisible world is trying to communicate. In Feng Shui, there are specific areas in the home that, if activated by a natural visitor, unlock the flow of abundance. These cultures never met, but they all say the same thing. Certain animals don't enter by chance. They arrive with a purpose, with an energetic frequency that must be understood. Ignoring it is like leaving a sealed letter on the table and later complaining that the answer never came. But here's something deeper. These visitors don't just bring money. They bring confirmation, a sign that something inside you is ready. Maybe you're more open. Maybe you've gone through pain, cleansing, and ending, and now the beginning wants to show itself. Maybe your ancestors have sensed it's time to clear the path. But nothing happens if you don't know how to see, and seeing requires more than eyes. It requires presence. We, as human beings, have a deep need to understand what lies beyond the visible. That's why we fear the unknown, but we're also curious. What if someone told you there's a way to attract more luck, money, balance, without effort, just through perception, a gesture, a ritual of reception? That's what you're about to learn. How to recognize the 8 mysterious visitors. And more. What to do when they appear. Because, yes, each one requires a specific practical action. Few people know this, and those who do often don't share it. But you're about to understand how these signs manifest and how to symbolically and energetically open the door so luck can come in and stay. These animals don't show up where energy is blocked. They don't appear to just anyone. They don't get the address wrong. They come to those who are ready. The question is, are you? The gatekeeper, the one who watches, decides, allows, and protects. You are that gatekeeper. Your home is an altar. Your attention is a key. The first 4 mysterious visitors. Maybe you've already encountered one of these visitors and ignored it. Maybe now, almost uncomfortably, you remember a simple scene. An animal that showed up out of nowhere, looked into your eyes, and you didn't know what to do. The question isn't what you did. The question is, what could have happened if you had understood the sign? Next, you'll meet the first 4 messengers. And more than that, you'll understand how the universe uses nature to speak to those who are ready to receive. 1. Dragonfly, the messenger of invisible gold. It arrives almost magically, hovering in the air as if defying time. It makes no sound. It's not a threat. It simply observes. In Japanese tradition, it represents sudden prosperity. In shamanism, the dragonfly is the symbol of invisible truth, the kind only seen with prepared eyes. If it appears at your window or lands near you, it's saying, your field is ready. Something big is coming. But here's the secret almost no one knows. The color of the dragonfly defines the nature of the blessing. Gold equals visible, tangible money arriving within days. Red equals passion that turns into creative prosperity. Green equals long-term financial freedom. Blue equals communication that unlocks opportunities, business, contracts, invitations. Energetic action. If a dragonfly appears, write down 3 things you're grateful for. This opens the portal of reception. Then burn cinnamon incense at the window where it landed. 2. White dove, the peace that attracts unexpected help. It doesn't scream, it doesn't impose, it just appears and observes. When a white dove enters your home or stays on your porch, it's not a coincidence, it's confirmation. Confirmation that you are standing at the threshold between past chaos and the calm that will open new paths. For mystics, it brings 3 main messages. Someone will come with an answer. A forgiveness will be offered or requested. A flow of material help will be released without logical explanation. Anchoring ritual. Place a glass of clean water and a white flower on the windowsill for 3 days. This gesture says, peace is welcome here. And where there is peace, money flows without blocks. 3. B. Active prosperity. It enters through the kitchen window, circles the fruit, looks for something. But what attracts the bee is not the sugar. It's the energetic frequency of a productive home. According to Egyptian tradition, bees were messengers of the gods. In universal symbolism, they represent prosperity that comes from movement, vibration, and organization. If a bee enters your house, the message is clear. Something you've done or are about to do will generate financial return. And if it starts building a hive, get ready. That means recurring clients, new sources of income, and multiplying contracts. Never kill it. That interrupts the cycle it came to activate. Use lavender essential oil or apple cider vinegar on a cotton ball to guide it back out. The hive is a temple of productivity. If it's built near your home, it's not by chance. It's merit. 4. Stray dog. The guardian of fortune. You open the gate and there it is. Still, not barking, just present, watching, sometimes lying down, and returning the next day. This type of encounter activates an ancient spiritual code. Protective spirits, when they want to watch over a home, manifest in recognizable forms. The dog is the guardian of the invisible gate. The colors reveal the type of blessing. Gold equals material gain, money, inheritance, assets. Black, protection against energetic attacks, envy, sabotage. White equals family reconciliation and healing of broken bonds. Simple ritual. Place white rice in fresh water near the spot where it stayed. This gesture says, I receive, I respect, I allow. You don't have to adopt it, but never chase it away. Chasing the guardian is cutting off the flow of luck. These 4 visitors are not random. They appear when something inside you changes, when you are ready. They don't shout. They don't ask for anything. They simply test your attention, and if you passed by one of them without noticing, maybe now you'll understand what has remained stuck in time, waiting for your permission. 5. Golden frog, the portal of multiplication. Few animals trigger such mixed reactions as the frog. Many people reject it. But in Asian traditions, especially in Feng Shui and ancient Chinese culture, the golden frog is a symbol of multiplied wealth. When it appears in the kitchen, living room, or near the entrance, it's a sign you're about to receive more than expected from more than one source. The golden frog represents simultaneous inflows, contracts, orders, found money, forgotten deposits, hidden inheritances. But pay attention, it only shows up in fertile grounds. If it appears near you, it's because your field is productive, even if you don't realize it yet. Activation ritual. Take a dried bay leaf, write on it. Prosperity has arrived. Burn it carefully and say softly, what is mine by right remains. 6. Butterfly, renewal, joy, and ancestral blessing. When it enters, everything seems to pause for a second. The butterfly never enters by mistake. It carries the kind of energy that only appears when an old cycle ends and a new one is ready to begin. Ancestral cultures say that butterflies are how ancestors visit those who are about to blossom. It lands gently, it stays near photos, sometimes. It goes straight to the home altar. It's a clear sign that an invisible blessing is being sent. Warm-colored butterflies, orange, yellow, pink. Celebration, joy. Energetic pregnancy, new projects. Black equals overcoming. It comes to let you know the worst is over. Blue or purple equals intuition being activated for an important decision. Reception action. Stay in silence. Take a deep breath and say, I'm ready for the new cycle. I receive with love. 7. Swallow, a sign of good news. It flies fast in and out like it's carrying an urgent message. The swallow is, in almost all esoteric traditions, a sign of movement, progress, and unblocking. If it flies through the porch or even comes inside the house, the message is clear. Things are about to flow. Get ready. It shows up before trips that bring luck, unexpected promotions, solutions to long-standing problems, invitations that change life paths, simple, energetic ritual. Clean the windows with a white cloth and, while lighting a herb incense, say, May the good wind bring everything that rightfully belongs to me. 8. Snake, financial unblocking and rebirth. This is the most misunderstood visitor, the most avoided, and paradoxically, one of the most powerful. The snake, when it appears without threat and out of natural context, represents deep transformation and the unblocking of stagnant energy. In Egyptian symbolism, it protects the throne. In Hinduism, it wraps around the gods. In contemporary spirituality, it represents financial rebirth, the activation of inner power, and the cleansing of limiting beliefs. Gold equals golden opportunity that requires courage. Silver or gray equals blocked money beginning to flow. Multicolored equals spiritual expansion and manifestation of purpose with material return. If the snake appeared near your home and you felt more curiosity than fear, it's because you're ready for a new level. Symbolic ritual. Step away respectfully. Burn rue or myrrh after the visit. Say a prayer of permission and release. I accept the new cycle. I release what binds me. These 8 visitors are much more than coincidence. They are silent tests, subtle callings, mirrors of what you are ready to experience. And now that you know each one, maybe you'll begin to see every sound, every visit, every unusual presence that crosses your path a little differently. Because when luck knocks, it doesn't announce itself, it tests. How to know if you're blocking these signs. Maybe the scariest thing isn't that you've never received a sign, but that you've received several and, without knowing, blocked them all. This happens more often than you might think. These subtle signs the universe sends through visitors, sensations, coincidences, need space to come in. But what happens when the door is locked? From the inside, many people live their entire lives without realizing they're surrounded by invisible walls. Even worse, they were the ones who built each brick. Bricks made of fear, attachment, negative words, stagnant objects, unprocessed pain. And then, even when the universe tries to get closer, the energy hits and bounces back. No sound, no warning. Luck walks away without even being noticed. The good news? That field can be cleansed. That door can be opened. But first, you need to recognize the blocks. 1. Airless spaces. When the house doesn't invite, luck doesn't enter. Homes with windows always closed, little natural light, stagnant air, send a silent message. I'm not ready for the new. And the curious thing is that this reflects the inner state of the person who lives there. Stuffy, suffocating, stagnant environments are projections of overloaded mental fields. In environmental psychology, this is called a passive self-sabotaging environment. In other words, without realizing it, you lock yourself inside, and you lock luck outside. Red flag. Do you feel tired even after resting? Do you avoid opening the curtains for no reason? Your home might be asking for air, and so might your energy. Symbolic action. Open at least one window a day, even if just for a few minutes. As you do, think. Let in what renews me. Let out what weighs me down. This simple gesture has power. It signals that you are consciously making space for the invisible to come in. 2. The weight of what you keep. When the past takes up the space of the future, that overstuffed drawer, the box on top of the closet you haven't opened in years, the broken things you swear you'll fix someday. All of that isn't just clutter, it's a block. In behavioral psychology, this is called dysfunctional material attachment. You hold on to what no longer serves, and that sends the following message to the universe. I don't need more. I'm full. And the universe listens. It doesn't deliver abundance to a place with no room. Red flag. Do you feel heaviness or unexplained discomfort in certain rooms? Do you put off simple tidying tasks for weeks? That might be a field of stagnant energy acting on you. Release ritual. Choose 5 objects you don't use, don't love, and have no idea why you still have them. Donate them, recycle them, let them go. While doing so, repeat mentally, I'm making space so luck can find me. This type of symbolic gesture also reprograms your subconscious to make room in life, not just in your closets. 3. Words that close doors. The invisible field of what you say. Perhaps the most subtle and most powerful block is in your daily language. Phrases like, nothing ever works out for me. All I see are bills. There's never anything left. My life is stuck. May sound like venting, but they're actually energetic programming. Neuroscience has already proven that the brain believes what you repeat. And the energy field around your home, yes, it exists, responds to your words. What you say shapes the environment you live in, not like magic, but like a reflection. Red flag. Do you repeat negative phrases jokingly? Do you constantly speak of scarcity, even when things are improving? Corrective action. Start using phrases of permission and openness. Even if you don't feel it yet, say it until you do. Examples. My home is a field of blessings. I receive what is mine with ease. Luck knows where to find me. You don't have to fake happiness. You just have to stop feeding scarcity with your own voice. Luck, the signs, and mysterious visitors don't require physical effort, money, or absolute worthiness. They ask for space, clarity, lightness, permission, And all of that starts with you. Luck doesn't announce itself, it visits. Everything you've heard up to now might seem too symbolic, too mysterious, even too improbable. Until the day one of those visitors knocks on your door. And when it happens, because it will happen, you won't look with the same eyes. You'll remember every gesture, every color, every hidden meaning. You'll pause for a second, take a deep breath, and think, none of this is a coincidence. Because it isn't. Life doesn't give warnings when it's about to change. It tests. It rings the bell in silence. It observes if you're paying attention, if you have space, if you have the courage to say, I receive. And in that moment, you understand. Luck doesn't announce itself. It enters like a visit from an old friend, and only stays if it's well received. If you made it this far, you've already taken the first step. You've unlocked your perception. Now it's up to you. If an insect lands on your arm, if a dog appears at your door, if a butterfly enters your living room, observe, feel, respect, give thanks. They're small portals, but what they bring might be greater than anything you can imagine. Write in the comments, my home is ready to receive wealth. That phrase, simple and direct, seals your intention. It's not just a declaration, it's an invitation to the universe, to the energy of abundance, and to others who, like you, are awakening. And if this video touched you in any way, like and subscribe. The next content will show you which objects, plants, and words keep that energy active in your home. Because attracting is just the beginning. Keeping it is the real secret.